Welcome back. We have Robert McIntyre in the studio from Chapel of the Bells, here to talk about a little bit about the history.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the history. I mean, you guys have been around for a really long time.
We've been around well over 45 years. At one point, this was the oldest, well, this is the oldest chapel now. Love's Chapel on the Nevada side was, and then they closed down. But the man who started it, actually, his name is Bob and Jane Truesdale. They started Chapel of the Bells in Las Vegas. Then they had one, and they put one in Tahoe, Reno, and Elko.
Okay.
And then they were pretty much involved throughout the 70s. And then he sold off each one separately. So the second caretaker was Bill and Dolores Post. And they had these throughout all the 70s into the 80s. And then I'm the third caretaker. And I took over in 2007. So it has a long history, and it's a wonderful, wonderful business, and I'm really happy that I'm in it.
And what do you think makes them so unique from different chapels?
The Chapel of the Bells, besides being the oldest, it has a lot of venues. We do a majority of our weddings right in the chapel. We also do garden weddings, and I hired Brad and Barbie, who did all of Edgewood. They've been there for 21 years. So I hired them to do a smaller version. So I have a beautiful garden. It looks like Edgewood, same types of plants and all that.
Great.
And so the garden weddings we do. We also do twilight weddings. If you ever drive by at night, it looks like Disneyland because I've got so many lights going on. And people do, actually the people will sign up to do a twilight wedding specifically at night.
And there's the garden right there.
That's the garden there.
Beautiful. And how many people can fit
45 to 50 sitting out there. We have a beautiful garden area, grass, so we can get more people. That's the outside shots. You can see some of the lights at night. Yeah.
How fun.
We also do outside weddings. We hold a U.S. Forest permit to be able to do weddings on U.S. Forest land. So I'm a Nevada minister. Thomas, one of my ministers, also Nevada. So we do Vista Point, Logan Shoals, Reagan Park. We do Emerald Bay. So we have a lot of outside venues. So people come in and they'll want to go do an outside, and we offer that also.
Oh, great.
Our whole website also switches to Spanish, so that we have a Spanish minister that just does those weddings.
Oh, wow.
And I've got just a really wonderful staff. I mean,
Perfect.
it's really why it's done so well, and it continues to do well. So.
And if people out there want to get married, where can they find a little bit more information?
Well, actually, they can go just to Tahoe Chapel of the Bells. Our website is very entertaining. It has a video with Bette Midler. I shouldn't say this because I haven't got it. Bette Midler singing "Going to the Chapel." But my staff, I have 7 different ministers. They're on different times, different calls. I have a wonderful staff of part-time people that do the office, and we do videos, photography. We do the whole thing. They really don't have to go too far. The whole package.
And what's the website?
TahoeChapelofthebells.com.
All right, and there was a whole purpose for this interview,
Oh yeah, the
right?
purpose was, yes, this was the purpose. Tim, who's behind the camera, his girlfriend, Jackie Prue, is my accountant, and we've known each other for 7 years. And every time she would drop something off, she says, Tim will not come into the chapel. So we did this whole interview. So Tim, you now know what the inside of a wedding chapel looks like. Hi, Jackie. Sorry, Tim.
He's laughing in my ear. So what do you think, Timbo? Yeah. No, he says he loves it.
I'll give you a deal, Tim, I promise.
Uh-oh. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Well,
and if anyone
me.
wants to get married or check out the chapel, you can go online to chapelofthebells.com.
TahoeChapelofthebells.com.
TahoeChapelofthebells.com. Well, thanks very much.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we'll be right back with more.